Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and stand tall in the middle of our mat. I'm gonna have my phone close by because we're gonna use it for a little bit of timing work today. And, all right, lengthen those arms up. Reaching nice and tall. Find that strength through your lower belly to start to ground down and start pressing all four corners of the feet into the mat and drop those hands down behind your back, puffing up that chest. Release it, lift right back up. And exhale down. And one more time, lift up. This time you're gonna hold, sorry, my music isn't coming on. Hold and drop over to the right side. Pausing here. One more inhale, maybe start to peek under that left armpit and bring it right back to center. Good, and I'll drop over to the opposite side. Still grounding down through those feet and bring it right back to center, and then pull your hands behind your lower back again. Good. Are you guys hearing the music through the computer?
I can't hear anything for music.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Maybe it's just on my Sonos. Okay, everybody, drop all the way down and just take it right and left. Just start to ground those feet. You can kind of go at your own pace here, whatever feels good. You can turn your toes out a little bit if you need to for 4. Focus on those deep inhales and big exhales. Couple more breaths. And last one, pausing in the center. Turn those toes out. Get a little bit lower with those glutes. Try to drop down to that knee height, and now use those elbows to peel open those inner thighs. Nice deep stretch. Good, pause, lift those hips, heel toe your feet back in, slowly roll up. Go ahead and hold on to a wall if you need to. We're gonna do a quick quad stretch. So you're grounding down through that left foot. Go ahead and grab your right foot and pull that heel into your glute. Tuck that pelvis under. Squeeze through that lower abdominal wall and keep those knees somewhat close together. Make sure that right knee is not winging out. You want to keep it nice and close. And make sure it's not coming forward or back behind the left standing knee. Keep them right next to each other. If you want, you can pull the other hand around and pause and feel a deeper stretch through your chest and your shoulders. And on this next exhale, we're going to drop that right foot over the opposite knee and sink all the way down into a deep figure 4 stretch. So really feel that opening through your outer hips and your glutes. Keep that belly engaged. Keep your breath steady for 3. Find your balance. You can hold onto a wall or a chair if you need to. 2 more. And 1. Now you're slowly going to roll up, shake out that leg. Just go ahead and grab the opposite foot. Whoa, find your balance. Pausing here, making sure those knees are aligned and you're grounding through that right foot. And now if you want, you can pull the right hand back around. Get a little deeper stretch at the top of your quad into the hip flexor as well as your shoulders and chest. Keep that pelvis tucked. Keep that lower belly pulling in. And on this next exhale, you're going to let go and cross it over the right knee and sink on down. Good. Use that left elbow to open up through that left glute and left hip. Keeping your chest somewhat lifted for 3, for 2, and 1. Drop that foot down. One more deep inhale. Cleansing breath. Inhaling up. Come high on your tippy toes. Squeeze to your calf muscles. Pull that belly in and exhale down. All right, we're going to get into our core work. There's a lot I want to get in today, so we're going to move pretty quickly. If I'm moving too quickly for you, you can always slow it down and do less repetitions. So go at your own pace, but we're going to just start with our deep core work as always. And really have your block or your ball close by, okay? So we're gonna just start with a really simple sit up and twist. So you're gonna drop all the way down. Make sure your feet are flat on the mat. Your hands are behind your head. You're just gonna lift up to the center. You're gonna twist to the left, bring it back to center, and then lower down. Now you're gonna do the same thing to the right. You're gonna lift, twist to the right, holding on to the contraction as you come back to center, and then you lower down, but you don't drop your head. Okay, we're gonna continue with this. Lift, twist, center, and lower. Lift, twist, center, and lower. Good. All the way down. Lift. Don't go too fast. Make sure you're staying rooted through your transverse abdominals as you get into that oblique twist. Good, you've got 4 more. Lift, twist, center, and down. Lift, twist. Exhale as you come higher. You've got 2 more. Lift, twist, center. 1 more. Lift, twist, center. And now you're just gonna twist left and lower. Twist right and lower. Try just to come to your shoulder blades as you lower down. Good. Keep those feet wide. Keep squeezing through that lower abdominal wall. Lift and twist. Lift and twist. You've got 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. 4. We're going to bring it to an oblique crunch. In 3, in 2, in 1. Drop those knees over to the left. This should feel really good in that lower back. So take a moment if you need to stretch. And now you're going to lift back up and you're just going to crunch up toward the ceiling. You can walk your feet out farther away from you if that feels good. Exhale as you lift. Lift. Exhale. Keep going. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the contraction. Bring those knees back to center. Lift a little higher and just hold. Start to ground down that lower belly a little more firmly into the mat for 3, for 2, and 1. Now drop your knees over to the right. Good. Feel that release through your lower back and back to that little crunch. Good. Exhale. Exhale. Lifting. Keep those elbows broad. Make sure your head is just lightly placed into your hands. You're not pulling your head and neck with your hands. You're using that abdominal strength, that oblique strength on this left side to peel up toward the ceiling. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Now come right back to center and lift higher. You're back to that static hold, but you've got to shove that lower back deeply into the mat. Press every little vertebrae in your sacrum down and lift up another 1/4 inch for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Go ahead and grab your block or your ball. Place the block or the ball in between your inner thighs and drop your head down to the mat. Bring your hands down by your sides. Squeeze the block or ball, and now you're just going to reverse the crunch. Make sure your knees stay at 90 degrees and make sure you don't pull any stress into your hip flexors. Pull those knees over your collarbones and then right back over your hips. Try your best to continue squeezing your inner thighs into that block. Try to keep your feet flexed. Good. Starting to really get deeper into those muscles. 8 more. 7, 6, 5. We've got a really good core set with this block coming up. In 2, in 1, hold. Take the block right behind your head and let your elbows wing out. And now you're just gonna lift. Keep your legs in tabletop. Lift, lift. So you're pushing that block up as you work into every muscle through those abs. Stay rooted through your lower abs. Keep those elbows broad. 8, exhale, exhale. 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2, and 1. Now you're gonna drop your head down on your mat. Bring your feet down on the mat. Now I want you to take this block and lift your right leg to 90 degrees. You're keeping your head down. I just want you to feel by pressing the block into your hand and pulling your thigh into the block. So you have this squeezing sensation with your right thigh and your palm as you really engage through this right oblique. Just feel what that is, and I want you to make sure to hold on to that engagement. Lower it down, and now just do the left side just to activate those muscles a little deeper. Lift up and push and squeeze and hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. Now lift both legs, take the block and push against your thighs and pull those thighs against the block. Push and pull, your head is down. Good, 5 more, 4 more. You should have really strong burning sensation through your abdominal wall. And 1 more, good job. Go ahead and release. You're gonna lengthen your legs and your arms, keep your head down on your mat and pull everything together and have that same sensation where you push the block into your thighs and you pull the thighs into your block. And now you lengthen and pull and push. Lengthen Keep your head down. Keep your head down. If this is too much, you can always bend your knees, and you can also shorten your range of motion. But regardless, keep pushing that block into your thighs as you lengthen, after you lengthen your legs and arms. Good. 5 more, and lengthen. 4 more. Don't let that lower back lift, and lengthen. 3 more, and lengthen. We're gonna pull up our head in just a moment, and 1 more. Now I want you to bring that block behind your head. Try to pull those shoulder blades. So when you're in this position, pull your shoulder blades down. Don't stress through your neck. Keep everything aligned by pulling down and staying engaged to those lat muscles as you hold this block above your head. Now I want you to peel. This is where you pull it down. Peel your head, neck, and shoulders. Good. Now you're just going to bring it to little scissor kicks. As you're here, try to squeeze that block between your palms. If this is too much on your hip flexors, bend your knees. Little bend is fine. You're still working into your abs. Just eliminates the stress out of your hips. Pull those shoulder blades down. Lift a little higher. Shove your lower back. Scoop that belly down and in. Good. Keep crossing, crossing, crossing. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep your chin tucked. 2, 1. Drop your head back down. Now you're going to lengthen those legs and arms again. This time you're going to transfer it either to your knees or your feet and lengthen all the way out. Transfer the block and lengthen. Now, if you want to make it harder, you're going to lift your head, neck, and shoulders to grab the block. And then you lengthen back and then you lift. So it's like a little sit-up when you transfer. Lengthen, transfer, lengthen. Maybe you can go a little faster. Good. So working on that mobility. If you're grabbing with the same hand, switch up the hand. If you're grabbing with both hands, great. Good. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. Keep going. 2, 1. Hold the block. Lengthen your legs. Head is down. Now you're just going to pull that chin to your chest, reach back up, and you're going to reach that block up towards your toes. Reach, reach, reach. I have really bad flexibility here, so I can't touch the block to my toes, but I know some of you can. Come up a little higher. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your head. Take the block on your left thigh, lengthwise, so you have the long waist. Now take the left elbow, shove the elbow, just how we started. Remember that sensation we created in this left oblique? So now you're pulling the left knee into the block and the left elbow into the block. Now I want you to bring your right leg and right arm up, and now just bend your elbow and knee and press the block with your left leg and left elbow. Now you're gonna lengthen the right arm and the right leg and crunch. If you wanna make it a little harder, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Crunch that right side only as you stabilize and hold a contraction through your left oblique. Squeeze, lengthen, squeeze, lengthen. Try to find that length all the way open. Keep squeezing the block on the left side. 5 more. If it's too much on your neck, your head stays down. 3, lengthen. 2, hold, lengthen all the way out, lift a little higher so you're in this half hollow position. 3, 2, 1, drop your head. Switch the block to the right side. Shove the elbow and knee. Bring your arms up, bend, and now you're going to lengthen and crunch. Lengthen and crunch. Squeeze the block on that right thigh and your right elbow. If you want a little more, peel your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Lengthen, squeeze. Good. Keep pushing that elbow into the block. So you're holding on to the contraction in that right side as you move and work into the left oblique as well. Good. Little unilateral work. 8, 7, 6. Working into that cross lateral movement in a minute. And 3, and 2, and 1. Drop your head. Remove the block. Hands behind your head. Lift. Now you're gonna pull that same sensation, dropping your leg, but now your hands are behind you and bring it to a bicycle. So back to that, into this cross lateral pattern. Exhale as you lengthen, exhale as you lengthen. Good. 8, 7, we're almost done. 6, 4 more, 3 more, 2, and 1. Pause here. Keep your legs at 90 degrees. Flex or point. Doesn't matter what your feet are doing. Pretend you have that block between your thighs. Lift a little higher, lift a little higher, lift a little higher. And now I want you to hold. Hold those floating ribs down towards your hips. Isometric contraction. Your head is protected with your hands behind you. Lift up for 4. Lift up for 3. Lift up for 2. And drop your head. Pull your knees in, rock it side to side. And now roll forward and back. All right, we're going to get into some upper and lower body strength. So go ahead and bring it to standing, and you need your weights. So we've got a 45-second interval. Let me get my clock. So we've got a 45-second interval, and you're gonna start with your left leg forward and your right leg back. So you're in this position where your feet are hip width distance. Make sure you're not too narrow, okay? So make sure that right foot is right behind the right hip and the left foot is right in front of the left hip. So all you're going to do is bring it to a right lunge lift for 10 repetitions. And then we're gonna hold our lunge, our split lunge, and get into some shoulder work. So you're gonna drop that right knee down and you're just gonna float the right leg up. So it might take you a couple times to get your balance. Here you go, you're on for 10, lift, really slow. 9, lift, 8, up, 7, up, 6, keep going, 5, lift, 4, lift, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're gonna step this right leg back, really simple, bend both knees, bend both knees. So you're in this position. Now you're bringing it to an upright row with the lateral raise. Upright row with the lateral raise. Up, lateral. So hold this contraction. Shove that left foot into the floor a little deeper. Lateral raise, upright row. Bring those palms down by your hips. Lengthen your arms. Lateral, upright, lateral, upright. Keep going. Lateral raise. 4, lengthen. 3, lengthen. 2, lengthen. Last one, lengthen. Pull the weights into your chest this time. We're going back to those 10 lifts. 10, lunge. 9, lunge. 8, lunge. 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna step it back. Hold here. Drop down a little lower. Keep those weights to your chest and pulse for 20, 19. Pull the belly in. 16, 15, good job. 12, 11, lower. 9 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Drop those weights down by your left foot. Step the left foot back and bring it to a wide stance. If you don't want the weights under your hands, lose them and place your hands palm down on the mat and tap opposite hand to shoulder. Otherwise, lift one weight at a time. Getting into your upper back as you isolate through our core. So we purposely didn't do all that plank work we normally do because I want you to hold plank here as you row. Row. Good. 5, 5, 4, keep going. 3 more. Then we go to the other side. 2 more. Last one. Now if your hands are on the weights, move them to the side. Come high on your tippy toes. Hold here. Micro bend in your elbows for 4. Squeeze your belly for 3, for 2, and 1. Press to down dog. pedal out your feet, get that release through your calves, your hamstrings, your lower back. Walk your hands and your feet together. Pause in a forward fold. Good. All right, we're gonna lift all the way up and go ahead and grab your weights. Now, right foot comes forward and your left foot comes back. So we've got 10 of these same repetitions. The first one, your arms are down by your side. Make sure you're on railroad tracks. You soften the left knee, ground down through the right foot as you lift the left leg right back to a lunge. Here we go. 1, back. We've got 10 of these. Back. 3, good. 4, find your balance. Stabilization strength here. Halfway. 5 more. 4 more. 3, good. 2, and 1. Now you're gonna step the right foot back, the left foot back, the right foot forward, arms are down by your side, same thing. Lateral raise, upright row. Lateral raise, upright row. Get deeper in both of your legs. Up, lower, good. Keep going, focus on your breath. Lateral raise, lower, upright row, lower. Stay strong. 4 more, and lift. 3, good. Last 2, here we go. 2, lift. 1, lift. Stay on that front leg. Back to the 10 lifts. Pull the weights this time into your chest. Should have a little more balance. And back. 2, and lunge. 3, belly in. 4, lunge. 5, good. 6, 7, 8, good. 9, and now we're gonna hold low. Drop it back, drop it down. Both legs are 90 degrees. Pull the weights into your chest. Pulse 20. Good. Squeeze your lower belly. Lift up through your chest. Stack your spine. Keep your breath, focusing on your exhales more than your inhales. Good. You're almost halfway. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge forward. Place the weights on the right side and the left side of the right foot. Step it back. Okay, this is where you can lose your weights. I know, Jody, you like to lose them and tap opposite shoulder. Totally fine. Otherwise, row. Back to this plank. I want you to come back to your core strength and try not to wiggle your hips. Imagine that coffee mug is resting on your lower back. Don't spill it. Squeeze your lower belly a little bit deeper. Hold. Keep that core strength as you work into your lats. Good. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3. Breath is steady. Good. You've got your last one here. And now place the weights down. Come back to plank. Walk your feet together. High in your tippies. And bring those shoulders over your elbows and soft bend your elbows for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down to your knees. Press into child's pose for a brief pause. Inhale, exhale, release everything. We're going into our second set. All right, we're going to bring it to a little squat push-up set, little gorilla squat with a push-up. Straight into donkey lifts, into a fire hydrant, and then we're going back to some shoulder work, okay? And then we're gonna get into biceps and triceps after this set. So stay with me here. You don't need your weights for this first set. So go ahead and put them to the side. What the donkey squat looks like, I'm gonna show you first and then I'll come to the side view. But you start in this low squat. You place your hands down, you jump back, push up, try to bring it to a chaturanga push up if you can, lift back up, float your feet forward and lift. Okay, we're going to do 12 of these. Then we go into our donkey lift. So your heart rate's going to get up here, but then you tone it down and you get deep into some isolation work into your glutes and hamstrings, okay? So let your heart rate come up. We've got 12 of these. So starting nice and low in 3, in 2, and 1. Hands down, jump it back. You can drop to your knees for your push-up and jump up. 1, lower, push up. If you need to step your feet back, you're not going to be going as fast as we are. Good. 3, 4, up. Good. 5, and float those feet up. Try to land softly. 6, squat, lift, jump back. 7, squat, lift, jump back. Good. We've got 3 more. Push up, lift, jump. Good. 2 more. Keep your breath steady. Last one. Good work. Now you're going to jump forward and hold. Drop those hips. You don't have any weight. Bring your hands to prayer. Pulse 10, 9. We're going to drop down for our little donkey lifts. In 6, in 5, in 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Drop your hands. Drop your knees on your mat. Weight is optional. You can come on your hands or you can come on your forearms, whatever's more comfortable for your back. Left leg up high. We're starting left side. Tap your knee down and up. Down, up, squeeze. Lift. Squeeze your belly. You can always have the weight behind your knee if you want. Totally up to you. This one's our timed one. Okay, you're 45 seconds and you're 15 seconds down. Kick that heel to the ceiling. Try not to flex that foot. Imagine you're squeezing a ball between your calf and your hamstring. You're holding on to that contraction. Good. And you're almost 30 seconds down. You have 15 seconds to go and we go straight into our fire hydrant. Lift, lift, lift. Keep it up. If you have a weight, you probably are not going as quickly as I am. 10 seconds. Hold on to the contraction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the left knee down. Realign, reset. Fire hydrant. Lift, 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 lift. Try not to favor this right side. Keep your core strong so you don't bail into that right arm, into that right hip. Good. Lift, lift. This is really good for the mobility and flexion of this hip joint, especially if you're a hiker, a runner, a cyclist. If this is too much on pinching into your hip flexor, you can also push your knee back a little bit, okay? It doesn't have to be a perfectly aligned fire hydrant. Stay strong. Stay strong. Lift, lift. You've got 10 seconds. Woo! Burn it out. You've got it. 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knee. All right, we're going to go back down the pyramid. So you're going to grab your weights, stay on your knees. Lift up. We're going back to the seesaw. We're going to the seesaw shoulder, and then we go to fire hydrant, donkey kick, and finish with squats, okay? It's a little ladder. Here we go. 3, 2, seesaw press. 1 up, 1 down. 1 up, 1 down. Push, pull, push, pull. Squeeze your abs. Tuck your ribs. Tighten your glutes. Keep going. Awesome. So we started with legs and shoulders on the gorilla squat and push up. Isolated our glutes and our hamstrings with the donkey lifts and the fire hydrant. And now you're isolating your shoulders and we go back down the ladder. Push, pull. Don't give up. Don't give up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Drop your weights. Opposite side. All right, you're going to start with the fire hydrant and then into the donkey kick. Hands come down. All right, here we go. Fire hydrant. Fire hydrant. Good. Remember, if it's too much on your shoulders or your wrists, come down to your forearms, okay? If it's too much on your hip, you can push that knee back. I'm giving you the side view so you can see what it looks like as opposed to perfectly aligned into that 90 degrees. Feel free to push it back a little bit. You can always adjust to what works for you, okay? I get really tight in my hips and shoulders, so I get it if you want to change up the rotation just a bit. Keep going. Focus on your breath. Good. You have 10 more seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Reset. Shake out your arms if you need to. Remember, you can come to your forearms. Now you're gonna float the right leg. Keep the foot flexed. Remember that ball, imaginary ball, or some of you might have a weight behind your knee, okay? Down, lift. Regardless, as you push that heel up to the sky, squeeze into your glute, squeeze into your glute, tighten everything up. Do not just go through the motion. I don't care if you have to slow it down, but hold the contraction. Exhale as you lift, exhale as you lift. Keep going, press, press. Squeeze your belly and press that foot up. Good. You got it. You're almost done. You have 10 more seconds. And then we go back to that gorilla, squat, and push-up combo. We've got 12 coming up. 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Press back onto your hips. Drop right, drop left, drop right, drop left. Come back up to your low squat. Find your position. Get nice and low. Place your hands down, and here we go. Jump it back or step it back. Push up, lift, and float those feet back up into your squat. Here we go. Back, push up, lift, 2. Lift up first. Good. And jump forward for 3. Back, push up. Up for 4. Try to keep your hips low. 5. Jump up for 6. You're halfway. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. You're almost there. 12 and hold. Fingertips down, drop your hips lower, float your hands, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, lift your hips, turn your toes in, and fold forward. Focus on your breath. 3, exhale 2, exhale 1. Soften your knees, lift all the way up, and grab your weights. Okay, 2 more rounds of exercises. Grab your weights, and we're gonna start with alternating lunges with a tricep extension. And then we're going back to shoulder work. So you're gonna start at the top of your mat. Elbows stay up high. You're gonna alternate left lunge, stay low. You're not coming out of it. Stay low the whole time. Lift up your chest, pinch your shoulder blades together, and step it back, and step forward. I know, that's just Nelly. Lucy, come, sorry, keep going. Lunging back with your tricep. Lunging back with your tricep. Go say hi to Nelly. Good, keep going, keep going. Lunging back with a tricep extension. 1 arm at a time. Both arms at the same time, 1 leg at a time. Good. Drop a little lower. Don't come up and out of it. 8, step. 7, step. 6. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way up. Bring those weights right under your chin. Soften your knees. A little mini squat. Punch, punch. Get into those shoulders with this boxer punch. Lengthen, lengthen. As you press and punch to your chin in front of you, try to lengthen and squeeze through your tricep as well. Keep punching, punch. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your weights in. Third exercise, and we go back up the ladder. Starting with your left leg on the floor, right leg back, chest up, bent over, deadlift, and squeeze into the glute as you stand. This time you do stand all the way up, all the way down for 12, lower, 11, lower. So I pulled or didn't pull it, I strained my hamstring on the side. So I can't go very deep on my left side today. So you should be going a little lower than I am. Sorry, I'm not a very good example. Halfway, 6 more. 5 more. 4, bend that knee. 3, up. 2, up. Now you're gonna hold, just hold. Pull the weights into your chest, keep that right leg lifted and your left knee soft for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Step the right foot down. Stay bent over, drop those arms, bent over fly, bent over fly. And then we go down, back down the ladder. Good, lift, lift, just fly, bent over fly. Push your booty out, squeeze your belly to keep your lower back protected. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're gonna put the right foot down and the left foot back. You're going back to that single leg deadlift. Here we go, 12, lift and squeeze. Remember, you're coming up all the way. Lower down for 10, lower, 9, squeeze into the glute as you lift. 8, squeeze your belly the entire time. Good, 6, fold forward. 5, good. Exhale as you come up. Nice strong core. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And now you're gonna hold, pull those weights into your chest, lift the left heel higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the left foot down, come back to the boxer punch. Soften your knees, little mini squat, drop down. Tuck those floating ribs, punch forward, aiming at your chin. Lengthen, lengthen. Good, pelvis stays tucked. Squeeze into your triceps as you extend. The shoulder's already working. Don't over rotate. You're not swinging your upper body. You're stabilizing through your core muscles as you extend and working your shoulders, your triceps, holding a little isometric hold, your glutes, your hamstrings, your belly, all your core muscles. Lengthen, lengthen. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Last one, we go back to the alternating lunges with tricep extension. So elbows come up high. And now as you extend back, you bend the knee and step forward without coming up, okay? Stay low the whole time. And again, sorry, I'm modifying my left side as I bend. So you should bend into a little deeper lunge if you can, and keep your triceps engaged the whole time. Alternating step lunges, working back, working both triceps, both arms. Belly squeezes in. Step back and up, back and up. Can you kiss that knee a little closer to the floor? Can you stay a little lower? Good. When you come up to the top of your range of motion. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3. Push into that heel as you come up. 2, 1, 1, and you're up. Excellent work. Go ahead and drop your weight for just a moment. Grab your block and lie on your back on your mat. Okay, put the block back between your inner thighs. We've got a little inner thigh squeezes, and then the weights are going to be optional if you want to include them. So you're gonna drop all the way back and down. And now Before you do anything, I want you to walk your feet together. So your heels and toes are touching and just squeeze the block. So your inner thighs are engaged again. Just how we started with all that core work, squeeze the block. Now, option to put the weights on your hips if you want. And you're just gonna float your hips up 3 to 4 inches off of the mat. Keep squeezing the block, and then you're gonna lower half an inch, lift half an inch. It's a small range of motion, lower and lift. So if I were to see you, I would barely see those hips dipping and lifting. And that's because it's more about holding the contraction and you're just moving through it as you keep your glutes tight and as you squeeze the block between those thighs. So lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. Okay, now we're going to increase our range of motion in 3, in 2, and 1. Coming up a little higher and lift, lift. Good, so now you're lifting up 6 or 7 inches and your little buns, your fannies are just tapping the mat and then you're squeezing right back up. Keep your abdominal wall strong and lift, lift. Good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips just for a pause to place the block underneath your left foot. Now, weights are optional. Right leg comes up and you come back to that bridge. If you want the weights to come back on your hip flexors. Down and up, down and up. Much stronger sensation here. Single leg glute lift. Right foot is flexed, the leg that's in the air. Down and up, down and up. 8 more. 7 lift, 6 lift. Focus on your breath. 3, 2, 1, and hold. To make it a little easier, you can always cross the foot on over the opposite knee, or you just hold it up and squeeze. Lift, lift, lift. Tighten up the left cheek. Lift a little higher. Squeeze your belly for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Go to the opposite side. I want to finish with one more exercise after this. We're trying to get through it quickly. Right foot on the block. Left leg comes up, down and up. Weights or not, weights are optional, down and up. Just isolating the right glute and hamstring. Up, lower, up, up. Keep it going. Exhale as you lift, exhale as you lift. Keep your breath nice and steady. Stay challenged in this single leg glute lift. Up, up. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now hold. Press that foot down. Lift a little higher. You can always cross that left foot over the right knee if you need to. Otherwise, keep it long, keep it strong for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower that foot. Take the block between both of your feet. So if you were to see it, it looks like this. But it's on the floor. Lift back up. Now I want you to keep this alignment through your knees. So keep that same distance that your hips have with your feet. And now you're gonna lower down and squeeze. So you're not pressing your knees together. This is more about your glutes and your hamstrings than it is your inner thighs. Press, press. So it's slow. 8 more. And then we're gonna pulse. And then we're gonna finish with a push-up plank set. Good. Exhale as you lift. 4 more. 3 more. 2. Now you're gonna hold this one up and pulse teeny tiny range, just how we started, like a 1/4 inch lift. I should barely see those hips moving. Good. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Keep your balls of your feet pressing into the floor. 4, 3, 2, hold. Press evenly through your feet. Squeeze your feet, but don't let your knees cave in. Lift a little higher for 4. Tuck those ribs for 3, 2, and 1. Drop the weight, slowly lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Remove the block. Lift all the way up. This is our last set to finish. We are almost done. So you're gonna bring it to a side plank with a push-up. So this is what it looks like. You can stay on your knees. I'm gonna demonstrate on my knees. Heels come into your glutes. So that same sensation we had as we were doing our donkey kicks, you push up. You're not dropping your chin. Your chin stays lifted. It's gazing at the top of your mat. Your elbows are squeezing into your rib cage, and then you lift up If you're on your knees, side plank, back to your push-up, lift, side plank. Maybe you can do it. Here we go, you're on. Maybe you can do it off of your knees. If it's too much, drop to your knees, side plank, push-up, side plank. Follow your hand with your gaze. Keep everything in alignment. Good. Push-up, side plank, push-up, side plank. I'm dropping to my knees after those gorilla squats because I did not do those ones on my knees. So do what you need. Good. Last two, you all. Push up. And last one. And now you hold. Last high plank. Seal everything in for 10, 9, 8. Squeeze your belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose. Drop it down. Sink those hips back onto your heels. Let that belly drop between your thighs. You can stack your hands in front of you if that feels good and roll out your forehead on your hands, your wrists, or you can keep your arms long and feel a deeper stretch of your upper lats. Good. Stay on those knees, but walk your hands back and come to all fours. Lengthen the right leg. Just squeeze the glute and now bend the knee. Reach around with the left hand, so the opposite hand. Grab your foot and kick into that hand. Try not to open up on your left side. Stay square to the mat. Try to lift that right knee a little higher. 3, 2, and extend that arm and leg again. And drop it down. Extend the left leg, squeeze the glute. Bend the knee. Reach around, grab the inner left foot with the right hand. Good, lift a little higher, kick into that hand. 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Bird dog, lengthen arm and leg, drop the knee, tuck your toes, press up to down dog, walk out your feet. Really good work, everybody. Got a lot in today. And now you're gonna walk your hands towards your feet or your feet towards your hands, either way, and soften one knee at a time. Ouch. Both heels down, soft knees, roll yourself up. 1 vertebrae at a time, reach up nice and tall, come behind your tippy toes, find your balance, stabilize. We do a lot of stabilization work. So feel it here. This is where it all kicks in when you try to find your balance. You're up off your heels on your tippy toes. Hold for another breath. And exhale those arms down and coming to prayer. I'm sorry I kept you, but we started a minute or so late. Really good work, everybody. Excellent work.